welcome to another episode. Today we will be making my version of Alkaline Vegan Veggie Broth. Let's get started. So I'll be using a couple of ingredients, but one notable ingredient is the central stem from an oyster mushroom. It looks ugly and most people discard it, but trust me, you want this in your veggie broth. Ooh, fennel, my new favorite vegetable. So we're going to start by separating the stalks from the bulb. That's easy to do. Set the stalks aside for now because you want this fresh and not roasted. Next, we're going to split the bulb in half. Set these aside for roasting later. Prep 1 red bell pepper for roasting. So this is a butternut squash, and if you've been watching my videos, you know I've covered this plant extensively, so I'm just going to breeze through the prep. So after peeling the butternut squash, we're going to cut it into large pieces and also prep it for roasting. Place your mushroom stalks, fennel, onions, butternut squash, and peppers in a roasting pan. Drizzle over some grapeseed oil and toss everything around so they get coated in oil. You can tell I'm enjoying this, right? I haven't played in a while, so please leave me alone. Anyway, spread everything out and roast it in an oven set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes to an hour. So I let mine roast for 1 hour, and as you can see, it came out beautiful. So we're going to toss everything in a pot, add some water, some spices, and some vegetables, and bring it to a boil. Add some water until your pot's almost filled up, then add 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. Add 1 teaspoon of dried basil. Add 1 teaspoon of dried ground papaya seeds. This is optional. Add half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper for color. Add 1.5 tablespoons of onion powder. Toss in a thumb size of fresh ginger. Now this is called kelp, and kelp is a seaweed. Depending on where you buy it, it comes with streaks of sea salt on it. So what I don't want is sea salt from the kelp getting into my broth. So I'm just going to use a damp paper towel to wipe it down carefully. Now this step is totally optional, meaning you can skip it. It's just something I like to do. So I only ended up using 2 out of the 3 I had because it's high in iodine and you don't want to overdose on iodine. Now we can add our fennel stalk. Add some fresh thyme, cover, and slowly bring it to a boil for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, give it a good stir, cover, then reduce the heat to a simmer. You want it to simmer for 1 to 2 hours. When it's done, let it cool down and then pass it through a strainer. I don't have the time to let it cool down. And yes, you can use all of this to make a soup. It won't be as nutritious, but it'll be tasty. So as you can see, I still have some particles floating on top. You can use it like this, or you can pass it through a second strainer with smaller holes. Yes, you can also use a cheesecloth, but I couldn't find mine, and no, this isn't beer. So next week I'll be using this broth to make a delicious fonio recipe. It's a traditional African recipe, but I'll be tweaking it to meet the needs of alkaline vegans around the world. Anyway, you can store the broth for up to 5 days in the fridge. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Manny and I make recipes from all around the world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I love reading all of your comments and answering all of your questions. Anyway, I'll see you all next week.